Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what plastic. I said, babe, it's he said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back,
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Ryan on 1st down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Following the interception, here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott steps away. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on fourth down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. They flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep is Tavon Austin. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Swing to the right. To the right.
Now Prescott. Escapes the sack. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
3rd and long for Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself, but it was fourth down, and the possession changes. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 2nd down, Ryan. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Austin. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Get out. Here we go, 46.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And some room to roam now. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And they'll get him down here at the 20. Three. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a 1st down. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
21.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Watch it. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And no move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on fourth. They'll go with the keeper, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs.
Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Here's Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Gun. Right. Left.
Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire this thing deep right. He's got it at the 15. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C., and the Redskins there out to an early lead. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Again, it's Elliott. And an alley to run. Elliott a 1st down and more. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
We're going to 54. Here we go, 46.
Again to Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Prescott now from the 50. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Rice got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 9. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Hey, 21!
They toss to Freeman. And he powers his way up past the 30. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready, set, back 25! Gun!
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hey, gun! Right! Here we go!
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
Gun!
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But he was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Let's go.
The Falcons on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons call on Matt Bryant. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They have, by the way, gone to the 3rd quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. And the Panthers looking pretty good. Their lead growing even further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Elliott. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
To throw is Prescott. Buying time to his left. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken around the 12. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Ryan now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Freeman. He's been busy today. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, let's go.
Freeman again. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Ryan now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8.
Tuesday.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Flushed out right. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Eric Sauber, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. They'll try and run with Freeman. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And bulldozing his way through. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46, 46.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there. 26. 26.
They go to Elliott again. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. And the Giants are starting to pull away in that one. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Prescott. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Prescott now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Cowboys, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now.